I don't know.
Ivanka. Here's the thing: Ivanka is smarter than Don Jr. And Ivanka, I think, gets it, understands the climate enough to know to maybe stay away from all this. Don Jr. is the one that was like, you talk about. Let me find the sound. You talk about somebody who's
sniffs.
I mean, that boy was cracking up the cocaine harder than anybody. And he was like, "Try 2020."
I think Ivanka gave a whole storm the Capitol speech like Junior did.
Yeah, exactly. And he was for it. They were all huddled in a tent talking about during that day.
I did see that the New York Bar Association might take away Rudy Giuliani's license. And my thing is,
you can't.
It took this long,
right? Like where?
He kind of helped incite a riot. So
yeah,
that's all they're going to do is take away his license. Like your parent practice law anymore, buddy.
This is insane. I should be able to practice law anywhere I went.
And another thing we have not talked about with the Trump thing, that last night's pardon dump.
Yeah, that Lil Wayne. Good luck. I'm glad you got pardoned.
But okay, so Lil Wayne was like, huh? And then Steve Bannon, that really made me mad.
Oh, that's awful.
Frauded people, American citizens, out of their money to build Trump's wall.
Yeah.
And then Trump's like, didn't happen. But
that's fake news. Fake news.
The thing about his is he can still be tried at a state level.
Yeah.
Because he never stood trial. So he can still be tried at a state level and be convicted there. So, I mean, he's just going to be passed around from state to state to state now. That's what's going to happen to him. Hopefully.
He's going to be passed around like the whore he is.
But then poor Mr. Tiger King did not get out. And that's... if Trump really wanted to leave a legacy...
Yeah.
That people would talk about...
For years.
That one pardon would have been the one that would have...
united the country.
Him as, the most absurd president ever. Not even the second impeachment. If he had... let out the Tiger King, who got us through the first few weeks of the COVID pandemic, he might have won a little bit of favor with the world. But no, he left that poor man.
Listen, this is my thought process. I believe the country would have been united if the Tiger King had gotten out of prison, and nobody can fight me on that.
Yeah, I think they would have. I think because, yes, he tried to get Carol Baskins killed, but it was for $2,000.
That's right.
Money.
And Carol Baskin is just as big a criminal as he is.
Yeah, and he's such an idiot. Again, that secondhand embarrassment. 22 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so stupid.
But listen, in 22 years, we'll be here waiting for Tiger King Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, the way he was handing out pardons, what was one more?
It really, yeah, what would that have done?
That would have at least changed, that would have given him exactly what he wanted. That would have put him on the news cycle for longer than his helicopter ride. And people would still be talking about that right now.
Exactly.
And everyone's just like, why? And then he bought it because people bought pardons.
Right.
Steve Bannon's of course you've helped out all your cronies. But if you had done that absolutely absurd thing and let the Tiger King out, people would still be like, I have no idea why.
That would have gotten a round of applause from us. And unfortunately, Mr. Trump, you did not get a round of applause from us.
You missed that opportunity.
But getting back to...
Gimme.
Getting back to Rudy Giuliani, you can't help but feel a little bit bad for him because not only could he get disbarred, he also never got paid for essentially ruining his own career and reputation to go to bat for Trump.
Yes.
He might get criminal charges, too.
Yeah.
But what's so funny about that is when people asked if he was going to represent Trump for the impeachment trial, he was like, no, because I'm a witness. I was there for the events. It's like, you're a co-conspirator.
You're admitting it.
Witness.
And you're just sitting there admitting it.
Defending him. I'm like, you can't do that, dude. Like, you might be tried.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I can't do that.
I can do it. I can do anything. Listen, I'm America's mayor. I can do whatever I want. I can do this. I've got this.
No, Rudy Giuliani, ironically, he's how I first came to know Joe Biden, because I think he was referenced at like a Democratic national, or one of the Democratic debates in the 2008 election, I think. And I think his name, Rudy Giuliani, came up for some reason during the debate. It was when he was like really pumping his like reputation during like after 9/11, when he really showed like leadership. And Joe Biden said like Rudy Giuliani, like he's just, all he has to say is a noun, a verb, and 9/11, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing else.
Well,
and I was just like, wow, you're 60 years old, and I mean, you just laid down a burn.
Yeah, and you know what? He's not wrong either. He's not.
He wasn't wrong, but I mean, the fact that 9/11, his handling of that was strong enough to rewrite his legacy from being a cousin humper. Like, he really just swindled that with this whole Trump thing.
He really did, and he had an opportunity to make things better.
Like the cousin humping sycophant to the cheetah. Like, that is your legacy.
That's it.
You should have just stayed mum, son.
Yeah.
I don't understand how family hasn't gotten a hold of him yet, because I genuinely think he's like sick. Like, I feel like there's something wrong.
Giuliani?
Mentally.
Like,
yeah, Giuliani.
He's got the crazies.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's like a noticeable mental decline.
It's not hard to
super irrational decisions that I feel like family needs to genuinely intervene with him.
It's not that hard to see. Yeah, I agree. I think it's in your face how bad it is at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, when he sit there and openly farts while trying to testify, there's a problem.
Like, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like, that makes me honest. Like I said, there was no pause in your speech or anything. That honestly makes me think realize he was talking.
Fucking? Did you say fucking?
Or when his hair melts off of his face and he just keeps going.
Yeah, like, it's not happening. I mean, he's a...
Is it?
I just don't...
Is it falking or tarting?
It's falking.
Oh god, I'm gonna pass out. Oh.
That's from the COVID.